81. You know, I didn't get a chance to watch the season 8 premiere today because it wasn't because I was working. That would have been one of the reasons anyway. But because along with my mom, we had to take our dog in to get her rabies and Bonadella shots and her nails trimmed. So I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I just downloaded it thanks to somebody on one of the Facebook group pages, which ironically for some reason I think Facebook has been taking the security policy a little too seriously lately. The reason I say that is because when I try to link something to some of the groups, I can only get so far and then I'm blocked. I don't understand it. Anyway, though, I talked about the episode I talked about today's episode, which was yesterday's, I should say now, since it's a little after midnight, which was School Daze. School Daze, which was the premiere episode of the season. Which was the premiere episode of the season. And after I read what some people have had to say, and I kind of read a little bit of what MLP one of the MLP fandom Wikipedia pages or Wikipedia sites had to say episode wise, from the description, the spoiling plot, basically talking about what the plot was overall, what happened, transcripts and all that. I decided to kind of take a few notes a little bit, kind of not take down a few notes, but kind of give my own personal opinion on what I feel, I got from just hearing what other people have had to say through their texts and all that. And I might do a review later on after I watch the episode and kind of get a better gist of it. Or maybe get a better gist overall if I get a chance. But this is what I said at the forums. I typed this up, so anybody that's wondering if I don't type stuff up, here's a little thing to prove you guys wrong. Right there. So anyway, this is what I said, and I quote. This is what I said. This is me giving my thoughts on what I've heard from other reactions and all that on this premiere. This is what I said, and I quote: From what I've read from others' reactions. Okay, let me start over. Here's what I said, and I quote: From what I've read from others' reactions, the premiere was a 60-40 mixed bag. In other words, 60% liked it, 40% didn't. I think maybe the other 10% or 5% in the middle or something. And from what I can sense is that this Naysayer, Chancellor Naysayer, will have a connection with a certain Season 8 finale villain. That villain, turn down the volume right now if you don't want to know, is Cozy Glow. That's the name of the villain at the end of the season. But that's just my opinion. But what I do take away from this is possibly the quote-unquote only season that will feature the school of friendship. I didn't put friendship, but basically will feature the school. Because if the leaks showed us anything, that what started here with the introduction of the students will come full circle with the Season 8 premiere entitled, spoilers, School Raze. The only difference is they took the D out, put it with an R. But again, that's just my opinion. We'll have to wait and see. But again, that's just my opinion. We'll have to wait and see. And remember this. after this two-parter, you only have 8 to 9 school-related episodes to go in the season, and 15 to 16 non-school related episodes to come. So if the school thing ain't your cup of apple cider, kind of see what I did there, don't worry. You have 6 episodes before the next school related one. So basically what I'm saying there is, so basically what I'm getting at there is this. People obviously, I think pretty much all of us knew that fans were gonna kind of be mixed about this. I mean, it does sound like a lot. It does sound like a lot of fans, bronies, Peka sisters, you name it, the overall community. It sounds like a majority of them liked this episode. They liked it. They enjoyed it. They enjoyed the change, the introduction of all these other creatures and stuff. So that was cool for them. They liked the expansion, and everything. They liked the nods towards the movie. Right off the bat. You get acknowledgments. About Klugtown, the air pirates. Mount Ares, if you will, Tempest, and what's her current status. So you get all that, which is pretty cool. I will admit that. But I can kind of see where they kind of, but again, I can see why a lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of people even enjoyed Naysayer. They liked the fact that you had this villain voiced by Maurice LaMarche, if you will. They liked this villain just coming in, this antagonist chancellor that basically was borderline racist. Yeah, a racist character in MLP. That's a big surprise there, because here's the thing. His main problem in this episode, from what people took away, was he and the rest of the board, the educational EEA board, were cool with Twilight opening this school. They were cool with that. What they weren't cool with, or at least he wasn't cool with, Naysayer that is that Twilight invited and enrolled non-pony creatures like changelings, hippogriffs, dragons, griffins, yaks. So he didn't like that. So yeah, a lot of people liked this character because he was just downright he was the kind of character that you just love to hate. He basically threw everything, according to what people said, threw everything that Twilight was trying to point out as to why she was doing this with the school right back at her. Basically saying, your school, the way you're operating it, is going to cause a war. It's going to cause the downfall of this country, of Equestria itself. So, yeah, a lot of people got a kick out of him. A lot of people just love hating him, calling him a jerk. So yeah, they enjoyed it. They enjoyed the new characters, the new main 6, if you will, of creatures, the creature 6, if you will. Let's call them that, the creature 6. They liked their characters there. They liked the development they got there, which is cool in a sense. I'm not going to deny that. But again, that's part of the. But again, that goes back to the whole 40% of fans that were not too keen on this episode or this 2-part premiere, because what I sense in a way is a lot of them are fearing that as we go into the final season, you're going to put more emphasis on these new characters than on the main 6. But I can almost reassure you that's not going to happen, because why would you want to change something right off the bat and focus your very last season on a new set of characters while your established characters go into the background. That doesn't make any sense, does it? It doesn't make sense to me. So I don't think we have anything to worry about. I think what this season's going to do from beginning to end is it's going to kind of be like the movie in a way. The movie basically from right after it was all said and done, and we pretty much got confirmation here in the premiere, none of the characters showed up. We can only assume that they, just like Tempest, went out and spread the wisdom of friendship. Basically went out and extended the hand of friendship to others out there, and to declare, like Tempest, that the Storm King had been defeated. So we can only assume, and I'm thinking this is where they're going, that they're going to do the same thing with these students. That this, as I said in the text here, this probably the only season focusing really a lot on the School of Friendship and these students when they do, because what's going to happen at the end is these students, they'll make appearances and all that down the line, but basically what's going to happen is they're going to go off with these lessons that they've learned and spread the word, spread the lesson of friendship throughout the land, throughout their lands and the rest of the world. So I think that's exactly, so I feel that's exactly what's being set up here. But yeah, you know, a lot of people, like I said, 60%, in my opinion, 60% of the fans enjoyed it. You know, they enjoyed, like I said, they enjoyed the nods to the movie, they enjoyed the new characters, they enjoyed this new antagonist. You know, it was really cool. They even enjoyed seeing the return of a lot of these side characters that we got introduced to throughout the past several seasons, like Ember, the Prince of the Yaks, if you will, Thorax, if you will, Silverstream's, I guess, mom or aunt or something. Finding out that Silverstream has a connection with Skystar. She's essentially Skystar's cousin, and Queen Novo's her aunt. Go figure. But yeah, overall, it's not too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. In the eyes of a majority of the fans. But again, like I said, there's that other part, that 40%, in my opinion, that didn't like the premiere because they felt maybe because I did read this, and this is obviously true if you read them as well. A lot of fans felt that there was something off about it. It's like, you know, the one thing they felt that was off about it, I think, was the new characters. Because again, I think what they feel, in my opinion, is you're going to put more emphasis on these characters in the next season when you should be sticking with your bread and butter. And again, I think the rest of the season is going to pretty much prove that, yeah, they're going to focus 8 to 9 more episodes on these students and the school and all that. But they're also going to use 15 to 16 episodes yet to premiere as a focus on the main 6 individually or as a group. So, but yeah, I can understand that that's one fear that some have, because it's like, you know, why risk changing a good thing? It's like an old saying, don't fix what ain't broke, you know, and well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think that's why you have that 40% of fans, in my opinion, that are kind of unsure, if not didn't like this premiere at all, and felt it was probably one of the weaker premieres or season premieres of the show, because primarily there's that fear that you're going to start pushing the main 6, main 7 aside in favor of these new characters. And I don't think we have to worry about that. I don't think we have to worry about that at all. So overall, I think we're going to be okay. I think whatever worry those 40% of fans have that kind of like were unsure about this premiere or didn't like it at all because of that main concern, I don't think you have to worry about that any more than what you what you're fearing right now, because you got 15 to 16 episodes, like I said, that if you're to Premeire, that are non-school related. So I think you'll be fine. But yeah, overall, it was a mixed bag. There's no doubt about it. And again, the fans that were 40%, unsure, iffy, didn't like it. Again, like I said, I can understand where they're coming from with that. But the 60% that did, which outnumbers the 40, kind of shows that maybe a bit of a change is good. The change is a little bit of change is good. A little bit of the change of the status quo at times is good. I mean, heck, I don't think anybody would ever believe they'd be saying this, but everybody actually liked Starlight Glimmer in this episode. Yeah, they liked Starlight. They enjoyed freaking Starlight. Where's her character thing at? Where is it? But yeah, they freaking enjoyed Starlight. Let me get her little miniature here. But yeah, they actually enjoyed Starlight's character in here, because of the fact that she pretty much called Twilight out on her self-pity. She basically told her, look, you are the princess of friendship. You don't have to follow some stuck-up counselor's EEA kind of deal. You can run the school of friendship the way you feel it needs to be run, not the way they run it. So everybody liked Starlight there. They loved the fact that she actually put her hoof down and told Twilight, suck it up and be the Twilight I know you can be. I mean, heck, she emphasized this by taking the EE rulebook, smacking it out of Twilight's hand and dumping it and causing it to sink to the bottom of a river. So, yeah, Starlight actually has grown a lot. I mean, heck, she even jokes about the fact that Twilight's taking a chance. I mean, yeah, she does repeatedly say that, hey, you took a chance on me, and look what's gone on. Heck, you're taking a chance on me right now as the guidance counselor. So, to consider that tough love. Oh, or whatever. Either it was tough love because Twilight put her in that position, or it's tough love because she's being the guidance counselor to Twilight at that moment. I don't really know. But yeah, everybody liked it. Everybody liked the fact that Starlight basically was very assertive here. She's like, enough of your pity party, Twilight. Be the Twilight, be the princess of friendship that you're supposed to be, and put your hoof down and basically tell that chancellor to buck off. So yeah, everybody actually liked that about Starlight. I don't know how Thespio the Rostinator is going to like Starlight when they do a Bronies React video on this when it comes to that moment. But this could be a challenging year for him. But overall, yeah, Season 8 premiere, I've yet to see it, but from what I've read, from little snippets I've seen here and there, like I said, from what I've read online, from what fans' reactions have been, from what I've seen on the MLP wikis pages, it's basically a mixed bag. So we'll just have to wait and see what the rest of the season presents to us. Again, remember, if you're concerned if the school thing ain't your cup of apple cider, you got 15 to 16 episodes dedicated to the main 6 individually and as a group, and 8 to 9 remaining that are school related. So but that's all I'm going to say on this, on the MLP Season 8 premiere. I'll probably do a proper review later on if I do, and I'll talk to y'all later. Let me know what you guys think down below. Peace out.